Industrial Talk is brought to you by Armis. Yes, you are in the digital transformation game. Yes, you need to find trusted companies, trusted individuals to help you along with that journey. The Armis platform delivers complete asset intelligence. You know what that means? Insights into your connected assets. You're in the digital transformation game, you have to have that insights into what is connected. Go to armis.com, find out more. You will not be disappointed. Industrial Talk is brought to you by Arduino, the original all-in-one IoT platform. That's right. Go out to arduino.cc and you will find documentations. You will find devices, powerful boards to help you with your digital transformation journey. It's all there. Go out to arduino.cc, find out more, see how you can connect with these professionals to help you along with your digital transformation journey. Arduino.cc.
Welcome to the Industrial Talk Podcast with Scott McKenzie. Scott is a passionate industry professional dedicated to transferring cutting-edge, industry-focused innovations and trends while highlighting the men and women who keep the world moving. So put on your hard hat, grab your work boots, and let's go.
All right, once again, thank you very much for joining Industrial Talk. We are broadcasting here at FABTECH, Atlanta, Georgia. It is day 3, and it's been I'm telling you, it's been a barn burner of companies that have just innovated the heck out of their solutions and providing solutions to your problems, more importantly. And once again, we're just having a ball. So you got to put this one on your calendar big time. You got to put this event. If you're not here this year, go next year. You will not be disappointed. It's going to be bigger and better, most definitely. All right, we got a gentleman by the name of Mike. Say your last name.
It's Brattain.
Brattain.
Yep.
Systems. Put the S on that. Systems. Yeah. X. Yep. Let's get cracking. Cybersecurity, right?
Absolutely.
And then some.
Yep.
It's sort of an odd thing. One, that your job never gets old.
No, it's becoming more and more important. You know, we are a managed security service provider just north of Detroit. And look, I'm amongst my people right now. These are manufacturers that are looking to take technology and gain a competitive edge with it. And so 60% of our business base is manufacturing. So these are my people here.
And there's 3 huge conference halls of your people.
Oh yeah,
here. It's massive, and it's everything's here.
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: a lot of buzz out there, and I agree with it 100%. But one of the areas that everybody talks about, of course, I need to have that ability to connect my assets. I need to. I have to start pulling that data. I have to start looking at that data. I've got to figure out how to make tactical decisions based off of the data of my assets. That's wrong. But every time they connect, it's an IoT device. The conversation rarely happens around cyber.
Yeah.
And if you want to be competitive, you've got to have that cyber conversation at the beginning. Is that true?
Absolutely. We tell our customers we are a cyber-first company, and the reason is why manage your data if you're not going to protect your data. This is no longer an option. It is a cost of doing business. You know, as a leadership of your manufacturing company, your most valuable asset is your ability to do business. And the stats are out there, and these aren't scare tactics, but you know, the downtime of a manufacturer is roughly $5,600 a minute. The average ransomware that the manufacturing industry
I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
$5,600 a minute.
Yeah.
That's sort of average. That's sort of big, small, it doesn't matter. Average $5,600 a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. I interrupted because I'll just zone in on numbers.
Yeah. No, that's right. It's not feelings. It's facts and data, right? That's the important thing. But yeah, and then your average ransomware in the manufacturing industries got up to $2 million now.
Gosh.
And so once you lose that ability to earn, then you lose your business.
Yeah, this just popped into my head, ever so fleeting. Are there insurance companies that are saying, hey, I know ransom where attacks are out there. They just are. Just whether you like it or not, whether you hear my voice, they are out there. But to be able to sort of wrap it in an insurance policy, can they do that?
Yeah, so you're touching on a crazy subject. It is the Wild West when it comes to cyber insurance right now. So companies looked at that as an opportunity, right? So when cyber attacks really started to skyrocket, they were like, uh-oh, and insurance companies never lose, right? So now they're sitting there going, well, we're going to have to start backtracking what our coverage is and start putting different things in our policy that we're not going to cover. Like, let's say, a attack from a foreign country, well, most of your cyber attacks are from foreign adversaries.
They are. Yeah,
so,
I hear you.
So yeah, and the tough part is now most companies, most manufacturers don't have the required cybersecurity measures in place to even qualify for proper cyber insurance, and so that is it's a difficult situation right now for them.
But I think you can mitigate it if you connect with organizations like yours and be able to have that conversation up front.
Yeah.
And be able to know that, hey, here's where I want to go. How do we make sure that my data is secure, my business is secure, so that we can continue to do what we do best, and that's provide that service.
Yeah.
So, again, it's a conversation. But do you find people not wanting to have that conversation?
Absolutely. And it's because they don't understand it, right? Some companies, a lot of times they hear, look, we're too small. No one's going to hack us, right? And I always do the comparison of, you're looking at two houses and one door is locked and one door is not. I'm the bad guy. I'm going in the unlocked door. At least have some sort of security in place, because there's so much low-hanging fruit there. But, being able to prove that you're secure, that's why I think a lot of the C-levels avoid that conversation, because usually they have that IT person talking a different language that doesn't make sense to them.
That's interesting, yeah.
And so, that's the conversation of more of a strategy behind the cybersecurity.
I find it doesn't have to be. There's the buzz that says, hey, you're going to lock me down and I'm not going to be able to do anything. I'm not going to be able to do my business. You're going to lock me down so tight I won't be able to do anything. And that's one, false. Don't go down that road. But two, if you can create some firewall, some sort of way of preventing or making it difficult for nefarious behavior to say, they're lazy just like me. Yeah. They're going to just try to find that simple penetration point and just, exploit that. So they're going to go on to something else. At least make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Some ways that you can improve your cyber posture, because let's face it, firewall and all that, that's kind of a thing of the past. They're blowing by that like nothing.
Yeah.
Looking at managed detection and response, but really putting a foundation in place. 30% of that 60% manufacturers we work with are in the defense supply chain.
Right.
They have to meet very stringent standards now called NIST and CMMC. So we would go in and build that foundation around NIST. It's a set of controls that now gets the whole company from the top down on the same goal, and making sure that it's not just software. A very small portion of your cybersecurity is going to be software. It is that strategy from the top down, and it becomes part of the DNA of your company. And in no way, like you said, should it lock your company down. It has to make common sense for the business.
And it's not static. It's an ongoing, continuous. Because if you think things change.
Yeah.
Businesses change.
Yeah.
You're plopping this out there. You're doing whatever is necessary. You're trying to make your business more efficient. That has to be also in light of your cyber and your security strategy of that business.
Yeah, and like I said, the way you manage your IT is very important, because that is all the system updates and the different settings you have throughout your organization. That's a large part of your cybersecurity foundation. And from there, you start getting more technical on what are some things we can do to really make sure we lock these guys out. But I tell you what, as you're looking to find that help for cybersecurity and how do you tackle that giant beast, the weight in gold for organizations like Systems X is not stopping the attack. It's when you get attacked. What happens after that? how quick can we take that little spark, that little fire, and hurry up and jump and put that out, and then put the incident response plan in place. You know, when I talk to CEOs, they say, well, how do I even know if I'm secure? Well, most of them aren't getting the reports and things they understand. But I just say, hey, ask your IT support, whoever that is, to hand you an incident response plan. And if they can't hand you one in 10 minutes, you have a major problem.
That sounds, yeah. So let's sort of do a little role play here.
All right.
I'm a small manufacturer.
Yep.
Let's keep it small. How would you approach my business, just generally speaking?
Yeah.
Saying, hey, get on in here, check it out, please. Tell me what we need to do.
Yeah. Having a business conversation, talking maybe less about the IT and more about what are the goals for the organization, what are some things they're trying to do moving forward. We're always taking that business strategy approach. I'll let you in on a little secret. I knew nothing about IT 3 years ago. I came to Systems X and said, hey, look, I know business, I know C-level, I understand how their minds work. Why don't you teach me a little bit about IT so we can start making that connection, because they're just sick of hearing IT jargon constantly brought to them.
Yeah.
But really, that question of how do you manage it? Do I have an IT department come in? Very expensive. Do I outsource all of it? We're finding right now, get yourself that mid-level IT person, you know, and then outsource the heavy lifting. Outsource the 24/7 monitoring, the cybersecurity, all the things that it's hard for that one person to do. But it's important to have that one person in your organization being able to take all the quick, light work that needs to happen. And companies should help that IT person grow within the company and understand how to also, you know, work as a team to make sure they're secure.
Yeah. Do you have the conversation with the IT?
Yeah.
Where it's saying, hey, don't be so IT-ish. Be a little bit more human and less cyber-like.
It's not in their DNA. You know, it's not what they want to do. But look, that's a fun conversation when I have the IT person and the CEO there, and they look at each other like, oh, hey,
hi,
yeah,
you,
right,
right, and then it's all acronyms on both sides.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's on both sides.
Well, when I ask the question of, hey, how is IT supporting sales today? And they look at me like, what? And so those are the types of questions we got to start having. How do we gain that competitive edge for you? You know, I talk to companies all the time, especially your C-level, and I say, look, you put your bid in and another company puts their bid in. I would be touting my cybersecurity posture from the mountaintop. And the reason is it's going to shadow and put doubt on the company you're going against. Because, look, whether it's DoD or it's commercial, this is coming. Companies are asking for your cybersecurity policy. They're looking for your system security plan. They want to know that stuff before they do business with you.
I had a conversation with somebody else on this, and they do island hopping. So if you have vendors and they're connected to your system because they want connectivity, if I want my vendors to be able to transmit information, I got to have them connected. Mm-hmm. So what happens is that they island hop these nefarious characters, and they'll try to penetrate the bigger company through those. And again, to your point, you're going to have that conversation. I want you to be secure.
Right. Well, that's exactly what's happening in the defense of supply chain.
Yeah.
It's no coincidence that our F-35. There's the same F-35 sitting in China right now. What they do is they grab that small mom-and-pop manufacturer that may just make a tiny part, and they ride that all the way to the top. And that's why now the primes are looking down saying, look, no more. In order for us to give you a contract, you got to meet these standards. And the government is not joking around anymore. I mean, these manufacturers have to get there by the end of next year.
It's reasonable.
Yep.
I mean, and it's so funny. I struggle with companies talking about cyber. Just companies like, hey, what do you do? Well, we manufacture widgets. Tell me about your cyber. Nope, I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And that conversation, I understand the reality that you don't want to just, air your dirty laundry and be able to do that. But I think at a minimum, you need to have trusted individuals that you can have a conversation and lock it down.
Yeah. Even when you're attacked.
Yeah.
Even after your attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was so happy to see here on stage. I don't know. I think it was the first day. The gentleman that's the IT manager for Wilson Tool. That was an amazing story that they told and put their name out there to say, yeah, we were attacked. This is how we handled it. And
wow.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was like, wow. But I tell you what, that's the important thing is you're telling the community what happened. It only secures all of us together.
See, and that's we're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, I love this conversation.
Oh yeah.
How do people get a hold of you?
So they can go to systems-x.com. They can actually reach me directly at 586-500-1001. And look, I love having these conversations all day long. It's just a conversation.
It is.
Yep.
Come on. Let's put our adult pants on.
Yeah,
let's have this conversation.
There you go.
It's going to be painless. Mike, you were great.
Yeah, appreciate it.
And I like this.
Yeah, thank you.
You're a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm a better person because of you.
Well, there you go.
All right. Once again, we're broadcasting from FABTECH here in Atlanta, Georgia. Again, great people like Mike solving problems and willing to have a conversation. We're going to have all the contact information for Mike and his company out on Industrial Talk. Just go there, find his conversation, boom, connect. You will not be disappointed because he's going to want to chirp with you. No obligation, right?
No obligation whatsoever.
Win-win all around.
Absolutely.
All right. All right, we're going to be right back, so stay tuned.
You're listening to the Industrial Talk Podcast Network.
All right, thank you again for joining Industrial Talk, for your support and your support of an ever-expanding industrial ecosystem of problem solvers like Mike. You're going to go out to Industrial Talk. You're going to reach out to Mike. Mike will definitely set you in the right direction. We need to be about if you're in the digital transformation world, which you should be, and if you're saying this is how we create a business that is resilient, which it does, and you need Sherpas, you need professionals that you can trust, which is Mike. You need to secure it. You need to secure it. You need to do that, and you need to do it up front. And you just have to. Yeah, there's no other way of getting around it. And because we want you to succeed. This platform is all about your success and delivering the solutions and delivering the information and educating as much as we possibly can on how you, industry, can succeed. Now, again, reach out to me. Go out to Industrial Talk. You want to be on the podcast? Yes, make it happen. You're going to be at an event, like a conference or some other thing that you're going to be at, and you're saying, Scott, I want to have you there. You just got to let me know. I would love to be able to read minds, but that's just not going to be the case. And I would be more than honored to be able to help you in your efforts to create that resilient industrial business. All right, industrialtalk.com. Be bold, be brave, dare greatly. Hang out with people like Mike, and you're going to change the world. Thank you very much. We're going to have another great conversation coming from FABTECH shortly, so do not go away.